Hari Om. Welcome back to our continuing study of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha through the pages of Poojya Swamiji's, Poojya Swami Dayananda Saraswati's Geetha home study course. Since there has been a break due to our summer holidays and there is a possibility of new spiritual aspirants joining this spiritual journey in Tamaham Vande, I thought of recapitulating the message of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha. Hence, in the first capsule, I shared some of those valuable inputs that I have learned from my studentship under Swami Paramarthananda. Continuing in the same vein, Swamiji says, Swami Paramarthananda says, there are 5 topics that are covered in Shrimad Bhagavad Geetha. 5 topics. And those 5 topics are 1. Karma Yoga, 2. Upasana Yoga, 3. Jnana Yoga, 4. Bhakti, and 5. Values, Sadgunaha. These 5 principles can be found sprinkled all over Srimad Bhagavad Gita. There is a chapter titled Karma Yoga. Chapter 3 is titled Karma Yoga. Chapter 11 talks exclusively about Vishwarupa Darshana. Chapter 13 gives out the Mahabhakya, which is part of Jnana Yoga. All of this can survive, can find fruition only in an atmosphere of bhakti. And then Krishna talks about important values that need to be cultivated. To enable this Jnana Yoga to effectively complete its task. Krishna talks about values in the 13th chapter 20 values that we studied exclusively through Poojya Swamiji's book, The Value of Values. 20 values which Krishna termed Jnanam because they are Jnana sadhanas. Then again in the 16th chapter, Krishna enlisted 26 Daivi Sampats. So these 5 topics are covered in Shrimad Bhagavad Geetha. The main reason for studying Shrimad Bhagavad Geetha is that we do not know who we really are. We are ignorant of our immaculate self. Self ignorance. We do not know the inmost infinite self. We are ignorant. We need to be taught about ourselves. And because we do not know this infinite, unlimited self, and we know only this limited body mind complex, we are left with many self misconceptions. We think we are limited. It makes us think we are limited. It makes us think we are helpless. So self ignorance leads to helplessness, anger, frustration, and depression. Which makes our lives a meaningless, burdensome, boring struggle. Helplessness, anger, frustration, and depression are the 4 words that comprise Swamiji's famous acronym HAFD, leading to MBBS. We are all MBBS doctors. In Swamiji's words, meaningless, burdensome, boring struggle, which is samsara. Why? Because we do not know our intrinsic self. Hence, there are many misconceptions that we are left with. SI plus SM is samsara. So Bhagavad Gita reveals to us our immaculate, infinite self. The purpose of studying Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Prakarana Granthas, is to expose ourselves, to look into the mirror, the Shastra Darpana, to know for sure the self that we had hitherto ignored. Ignored. We didn't know who we were or we are essentially until we came into the portals of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha. Under we came under the shelter of a Mahapurusha. I'm reminded of a shloka, of a famous shloka that Swamiji quotes often. Swami Paramarthananda quotes often from the Viveka Chudamani. Durlabham trayamevaitat devanugraha hetukam manusyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshrayah. To come under the shelter of a Mahapurusha, an Acharya, a Shrotriya Brahmanishtha Guru, is itself because of Ishvara's blessings, Ishvara's grace. So, with the grace of Ishvara and the grace of our Gurus, we have to know ourselves. Ourself. There's only one self. And get rid of all the misconceptions. That's the purpose of studying Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha. In this chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, the topic of knowledge, it gives us a comprehensive insight into all those 5 topics that I had mentioned earlier. Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti, and Sadgunaha. Although Upasana may not pop up clearly in this chapter, Upasana Yoga may not pop up. There is Upasana Yoga available in this chapter. Why? Because we are being taught by the Lord Himself. We are not actively meditating, as it were, but we have the Lord in our thoughts all the time. Because who's the teacher? Lord Krishna is the teacher. Bhagavan is the teacher. Our acharyas are our teachers. Acharya Upasana is an important value. All through the Gita, that's what is happening. Jnana Yoga, Krishna started with a bang. Upasana Yoga is the thread that's running all through the study of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha. We are knowingly or unknowingly having the Lord in our minds. Better knowingly. Then Krishna introduced Karma Yoga formally in the 47th, an important shloka that we have been studying in the last academic year. Bhakti is the atmosphere in which the study is undertaken. And then we have the Sadgunas that are presented in the important section, the Sthita Prajna section from shlokas 54 to 72 of this chapter. We have thus all the 5 topics in this chapter. And this chapter is the Upakrama chapter that lays out the roadmap. After studying Jnana Yoga, from shlokas 11 to 25, an important section of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha's second chapter. In the 47th shloka, the important Karmani eva adhikaraste shloka, Krishna formally introduces Karma Yoga. Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur bhuhu ma te sangostva karmani. Krishna talks about and will talk about 2 facets of Karma Yoga. One is proper action in keeping with the code of conduct, code of dharma, proper action. Yoga karmasu kaushalam, which he will talk about in the 50th shloka. And then the right attitude with regard to the karma phala, which he will talk about in shloka 48. We will continue our study of this chapter in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward. Until then, Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Mapnuyad Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om